Yo, what's good, y'all? Welcome or welcome back to Dawn Spiritual Guidance. It's your girl Dawn, and we got a message for you. Hi, please. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Let's get into this timeless message. All right, and also, I come in God's name, all entities, parasites, and evil monitoring spirits that's cloaked and uncloaked be blocked, blind, and deafened, return back to sinners and replaced with good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminated, uncompromised, and so it is, and thank you. All right, Holy Spirit, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ, when it comes to what the collective needs to know, spiritual law of attraction. Okay, so you guys could be working on manifesting something. Okay, trying to attract what? Oh my gosh, you could be feeling like energy is all over the place. Energy healing. So you guys are trying to heal. You're trying to attract healing energy. Okay, understandable. So you guys are working on healing, needing some healing. I command in God's name all entities, spirits, I see, but monitoring spirits is cloaked and cloak. Be returned as a sentence and replaced with good according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, disseminated, uncompromised. So it is. So you need some healing. What energy healing do you need? Nurture yourself. We have trust at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Okay, so you guys are needing to nurture yourself. Mother Mary energy. All right. And then we have priorities at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So some of you guys feel like you're unable to take care of your priorities. We have take charge of the situation in reverse. So some of you guys, you feel like you're going through a situation that is out of your control, right? You feel like so you're trying to manifest the necessary provision, or you're trying to manifest the necessary solution for you to get out of a situation, okay? Whether this is a career situation, work, your money, love, friendship, environmental situation, whatever the case may be here, we have teacher in reverse. So someone isn't teachable, someone isn't learning the lesson here. Okay, we have see other person's point of view in reverse. So they're not seeing both sides of the story, or they're not telling both sides of the story. They're not seeing like different points of views here. It's like my way or the highway. That's the kind of energy that is giving here that you're dealing with, or this could be you with energy as you see fit here. With the nurture yourself, it's like that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to manifest things that's healing for you. You're trying to manifest situations that's healing for you. Okay. Ooh. And by you trying to nurture yourself, you guys could feel like it's difficult for you to nurture yourself. Given like again, we have priorities in reverse. So some of you guys feel like you're unable to, in some cases, maybe pay your bills. You feel like you're unable to, in some cases, you know, take care of different things that you would like to. We have artistic expression here. So for some of you guys, a way to help navigate this like heavy negative energy is by tapping into your artistic expression. All right. Hey, make sure you guys like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're feeling these vibes. All right. When it comes to this artistic expression, some of you guys, you may feel like art is a priority for you, like in whatever way that you think, in whatever way that you feel this is for you. Artistic when it comes to doing songs, rapping, poetry, you know, um doing something that is passionate for you. And then we have drink water in reverse. You know, these are needs. Follow your heart is in reverse here. And then we have work your magic, and then freedom is in reverse. Okay, some type of find the blessing in your current situation. You could have like a feminine energy, and I know that it's a woman that is looking on the there's a woman on the picture. There is no Gender and tarot energy is fluid, okay? So whoever this feminine energy is to you, unless you know that this is you, okay? It's given like someone wants someone of this energy, whether this is someone that you're working with, someone that you're friends with, that you have love for, or this is you. It's like they are wanting you to stay the same. Like, oh, be grateful for the fact that you have like a roof over your head, right? When you're trying to, let's say for example, let's say you're in a situation where you are you feeling stuck somewhere, so you had to go back to your parents, or maybe you had to go stay with somebody, so you're in a roommate situation, and they're trying to, or you're staying with a family member and they're trying to tell you, oh well, you need, or you're with a caregiver, you need to just find a situation, you need to just, it's kind of giving like, oh well, you need to just settle, you know and God is saying like, no, this is the enemy. So for those that applies to, the Holy Spirit is saying this is the enemy trying to work through people that he has been able to, in his mind, successfully been able to oppress and suppress and chain to the matrix system of going ahead and working, doing what you need to do to survive, because that matters. What is how, right? God created us to use our innate gifts in order to live, right? So if you're a singer, God made you to be able to sing. And 9 times out of 10, you have more than one, two, three, four gifts, right? Hey, what's good, y'all? So this energy, this feminine energy, whoever's in this feminine energy, in some cases could be, it's like manipulation. Whether the manipulation is black magic, well, let me tell you, if it's manipulation and it's causing harm to you, that is black magic. I don't care if the person is paying a practitioner or if they're just using their mouth to make something go in their favor, but it's harmful for you. Black magic, okay? So some feminine energy was trying to manipulate a situation here, okay? To try to get you to feel like be comfortable where you at, right? And maybe because it's an energy that you feel like we saw trust in reverse. So maybe you felt like you were able to trust this energy with the Holy Spirit. Your spirit team, they're letting you know you can't trust them as much as you think. Okay. Um, Whoever this is, family, friends, person at work, because they've been manipulating your ability to be and feel free. Freedom in reverse. They've been manipulating your freedom, okay? And this could be one or several people, right? They've been manipulating your ability to follow your heart, for you to follow your passions, to do what is in design in your soul contract for you to do, right? We have drink more water in reverse. It's like, you're trying to get out of a situation where you're constantly thirsty, constantly, thirsting for needs. It's like, you feel like your needs aren't being met, right? You feel like your needs aren't being met. And this is artistic expression. It's like, this is a form for you to express yourself. So this is going to be important, whether this, again, through music, artwork, as far as like singing, dancing, whatever the case may be. Okay. Oh, and I'm being guided to say this. They could be, whoever this is that's trying to manipulate you, could be making you feel like your artwork ain't shit, making you feel like it's not going to take off. The Holy Spirit is saying, keep going, keep doing it. Just because it's not taking off in the time frame that we thought, or just because there's some delays in the picture, doesn't mean that he's not going to do it. Meaning help it get it soar, rocket. Okay. What the Holy Spirit is letting you know, that there is dark manipulative energy that is trying to manipulate your results when it comes to you being able to have positive movement forward with whatever it is that you're trying to do. Build a family, have a solid connection with yourself, being able to take care of yourself, nurture yourself, independence, if that's what you're looking for, right? You being able to be stable, you being able to have projects taken off, you being able to give birth, right? To whether that's an actual baby or projects, ideas, and things, right? So there's a lot of manipulation here, okay? That's been out of your control, and you have been needing God, or God is telling you, hey, you need me to help you get you through this, all right? So I command in God's name all disease, parasites, evil monitoring spirits that are cloaked and uncloaked, be black, blind, and deaf, from send back to sinners and replace for good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ will, uncloak, uncontaminated, and uncompromised, so it is, and thank you. That's a shame. We keep getting like these readings where these energies keep like manipulating people's situations so that, you know, the outcome doesn't go in their favor in certain ways, shape, or form. So be mindful of energies. Manipulate, be mindful of the spirit. Sometimes it's not the actual person. Sometimes it's the evil spirit that is pressing on the people's wounds. But that's the thing too. Because if those wounds weren't there, or if you were actively healing those wounds, you would be able to, they wouldn't be able to use you as much or at all, right? So that's the importance of healing here. So if you guys have been wondering, like you've been trying to create this healing type of energy for yourself, but you've been met with resistance, it's this negative energy that's been like trying to keep you from soaring, from skyrocketing. Okay. And because of that card, it could be a parent. For some of you guys, it's multiple energies. It's a parent, it's siblings, it's a friend, it's a hidden friend. That's a snake. It's the lover of yours, maybe that you already broke up with. Okay, for some of you guys. And I heard in some cases there's like a cahoots, like a working together of things, a plotting of some cases for some of you guys, where some people that you know met up and plotted against you. For those that applies to, okay? We have the World card here. This is coming to an end. If it hasn't already, the cycle is closing out. The cycle of like ugly betrayal. Okay, and then see the person's point of view. Your side of the story hasn't been told correctly with whatever this is here. Okay, look at that, Seven of Swords. So there's some lies here. There's some deceit. Five of Cups with the spiritual law of attraction. So some of you, so whoever this is that's been doing this manipulation work, they're starting to feel sad or some shit because they feel like it's not working. It's not going in their favor. The Moon card coming out in reverse. What's these secrets that's come? What's these secrets? What's the theft here? What's this? What's the Seven of Swords energy? Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the Seven of so we asked what the Seven of Swords energy is. The Seven of Swords energy upright, Four of Pentacles in reverse. So the cycle is wrapping up on like why you've been going through so much losses. Four of Pentacles in reverse. Because it's giving stability. Remember we were talking about independence here? Page of Wands in reverse. Look at that. So this Seven of Swords, so there's some sort of lies around why you've been going through so much loss, why it's been hard. Because, you know, forests also talk about stability, foundation, right? Building blocks, supplies, right? And so, and more, but in home life. So all of those things you guys could have experienced loss around, okay? I heard grief as well. The number 4, and keep in mind this is the shadow aspect of number 4. All right, there's lights and shadow sides to numbers here, numerology. Page of Wands in reverse. This has to deal with your positive movement forward here, okay? So tell me, so this is what the deceit has to be around. So maybe you guys know a little bit, but they're saying there is some more information, like, oh, but wait, there's more. So tell me more about this. I command in God's name, all entities, spirits, I see for monitoring spirits that are cloaked and uncloaked. Be return back to sinners of a place for good, according to God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ, will, and so it is, and thank you. So we got the Fool card. Somebody took a leap of faith to do what? Somebody took a leap of faith to do what? So somebody took a, so this has to do with your stability. Somebody took a leap of faith to, like, I'm hearing that song by Usher, Trading Places. So it's like they took a leap of faith to, like, get themselves out of a situation. But in order to get themselves out of a situation, that meant that they had to steal from you. I mean, that didn't mean that that's what they had to do. That's what they felt like they had to do. This is what's coming out here. Okay? And they thought that they were successful here because the Six of Wands is falling on the Seven of Swords and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. They thought that they were successful with getting you to lose it all. Right? Because remember what the number we just said, the number 4 is standing for here, right? The Ten of Wands in reverse. This is so that, look at that, so that they could have, I'm hearing like a life of comfort, a life of comfort off of your energy. So for you guys here, there's an energy here in the spiritual realm and or physical realm that is in a, they're in a false position because they stole your, they stole your identity, they stole your inheritance, they stole like the essence, they stole your identity. Okay, they stole your identity so that they could live the life of comfort that was supposed to come to you, which is still coming to you, because don't ever get it twisted. God saw it all. All right. You know, again, this could be past, present, or future information for you. Sacred resonance, little rest behind. Strength card in reverse. This was a very cowardice thing to do, absolutely. They took the cowardice way out. So this energy did not earn the position. This could be at work. You know, you was promised something, somebody gave it to somebody else. This could be when it comes to like royalty, right? A throne was supposed to go to you, but it went to somebody else because of politics. No, lies and deceit. All right, it was something underhanded that went on. These energies didn't earn it. They did not earn it. Okay, this, you spoke, something was supposed to come to you. That this they over here, they stole your identity. They keep putting emphasis on it. They stole your identity. So they cloaking in your energy as you. It's definitely sounding like a destiny swap. So they're continuing to do destiny swaps because this is how they attained their wealth and this is how they attained their status. So continuing to do destiny swaps is how they have to continue to maintain this false status that they have, is basically what the Holy Spirit is saying here. It's kind of like, and that's interesting how this is popping up, because it's, I was thinking about that earlier. You know how somebody, you know, when you tell a lie, you got to keep telling lies to keep up with the lie, right? Well, that's what happened here. It's like, you know, these energies, it's like they've been attacking you, right? So in order for them to keep up their status and keep up, so that's why they keep attacking you, because that's how they got their status, by attacking you, getting your essence, is how they achieved their housing, their marriage, their network, their business, their success. All right, like for whoever this applies to. And that's what they feel like they have to keep on doing. But the Spirit is saying no. So that's for those who like, why do I keep getting attacked so much? Because, well, it's kind of like how people go to work. You know how people go to work? You got to go to work every day, punch clock in every 2 weeks. For those that this applies to, right? For example, you know, you get paid every 2 weeks, right? Well, in order for you to get that full, with that full 48, which is 80-hour week check, bi-weekly check, it's like you got to go to work every day, right? Well, somebody attacks you like that's their job, because that's how they attained their currency to get the stuff that they have. Look, spiritual birth. So that's how. See, and they want to continue to sit pretty. They want to continue to sit pretty. But see, what people don't know, right? This is just for show. This chair that they sitting on, somebody probably in the hospital right now going through something because they sat up there, they using somebody's essence to sit in this chair. Somebody is in their bed, somebody is at home wondering why some of their projects ain't taking off, right? Because they have a staff that belongs to them. A staff of power that belongs to them. Somebody wondering why. There are different people, and these people that I'm naming situations, I do with you guys. Y'all are in certain situations, and you wondering why. For the reading that this applies to, it's because these energies, okay, bloodlines, right, that have been in business, all because they've been stealing from you, cloaking in your identity, rather spiritually cloaking in your identity and or physically stealing your identity. Okay, for some of you guys it's both, for some of you guys it's one end or the other, right? You have to take your energy back. This is going to be very hurtful when you find this out. This was a very big betrayal. This is a very big betrayal, because it's giving you were supposed to be sitting pretty by now. Okay, this is why there have been delays. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. This is why you feel like something wasn't delivered. Somebody didn't deliver. You feel like you didn't get what you were supposed to. You feel like you was cheated. Yeah, Three of Cups in reverse. Somebody cheated on you because they cheated on you. They cheated on this contract that they were supposed to fulfill with you. They cheated on this connection. If this was like a romantic situation for you, or you cheated, they cheated. It was cheating here. Unfairness. Waiting on something now. Waiting for something that was never gonna come through. Waiting on someone who was never gonna come through. Yikes. What I was also getting to, when you guys take your power back, like when you guys do different clearings, the blood, like, and you cut off those psychic cords. For some of you guys, you need to do like a cord cutting, and I don't mean a traditional cord cutting. Okay, I don't mean a traditional. You get 2 candles and you wrap a cord. You wrap that cord around, the little thread around, and then you let the fire burn the shit. I don't mean a traditional cord cutting. I mean a psychic surgery cord cutting. Some of y'all don't know that y'all have hella cords connected to you from bloodlines that got to do with different promises and vows that was made lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. All right, that's feeding different bloodlines your energy. I'll be honest, some of those bloodlines don't even know that they have your access to your psychic cords, or vice versa, however this is, because of certain deals that was made in different lifetimes, and the veil of forgiveness that we go through, and all those implant memory wipe issues that they like to use, the darkness in your astral form to make you forget. So with all of that in the mix, a lot of people just don't know. So when you do your clearance, you taking your energy back, there's going to be bloodlines that's going to start having significant loss, because unbeknownst to them, you was pumping some positive energy over to their bloodline, because way back when an ancestor and or you, or whatever the case may be, made some deals or made some promises or vows, and a psychic cord was attached over there or to you, or whatever the case may be, and you need to detach. All right. So for some of the readings where when you're being told you need to detach, sometimes that means you need to detach these psychic cords that's from these other bloodlines that were made previously and unknowingly in this lifetime, so that your energy isn't going to them, it's going to you, it's staying within the bloodline. All right. For those that don't know, um also at the same time, you, in addition to doing psychic clearance, you also can benefit from Reiki. Okay. You guys need to do this every day. If you do this every day, you will notice some dark pushback. The pushback is called retaliation. Um, the pushback is called retaliation, backlash, okay? Because the dark side does not want you to take out the implants. They do not want you to take out the psychic cords, because the dark side benefits from those psychic cords, your energy going down the psychic cords, right? Wrong though. Oh, and they feel like if you start revoking, which you should, the promises and vows that and the agreements, the demonic promises and vows and agreements that were made back way back when, knowingly and unknowingly, and including this lifetime, when you start canceling them out, closing them out, they get pissed off because they feel like, and when I say they, the dark side, because they feel like you're reneging. And my thing is this, because they be hijacking shit that they not supposed to. And they don't follow through on promises either all the time. So how dare you feel like that when you're not loyal? Y'all don't have a sense of loyalty or integrity or morality to begin with. It's bad management. This has been horrible management. I was thinking about this shit today. And everything happens for a reason. Downloads. This was bad management. What do I say about? So I was talking to God the other day, like, how did we get this far? I was just to receive some Akashic record information, you feel me? And because I'm sitting here like, dang, all these promises, all these vows and stuff like that was made way back when. Oh, people said, they're exchanging their gift for this. Let's say there's a person and the person is being ran by an entity. And let's say this entity is making a deal to you and saying, hey, I'll protect you if you let me get access to your ability to write or something. A gift of yours. Let's say a gift. Okay, that was an example. And let's say you agree in whatever lifetime. Or let's say that was an ancestor and you were born into the bloodline that ancestor made that agreement with that demon working through that person. Well, a psychic cord then develops. So what does that mean? In this scenario, in this hypothetical scenario, anytime you would write then some of your essence, some of your life force, some of your light code, some of your keys starts being siphoned through that psychic cord onto that bloodline's family, which is also feeding the entity that is working through the person that made said agreement with you. Now, when you don't cancel or close those out, right? It rolls over to your next lifetime, right? Now, here's where I say this was bad management. One, because it wasn't made from God. That's one. But two, but that was our fault, right? We can take accountability for what we did. Two, bad management. Y'all got some bad management on the dark side because they don't we gave an inch and they took 10 miles, 100 miles. Because when I tell you, if I was to reveal a lot of the shit that I've seen and what I know that they in the demonic systems that they have built to suppress and oppress, and mind you, I've already revealed a lot considering. Okay. But man, oh man, oh man. boy, did they run off. Like the cyclic loops. Imagine making a deal like that, quote unquote, this hypothetical deal. You go from being able to live 10,000 to 20,000 years, right? To your lifespan being 100. Because of the demonic systems that they constantly, it's like, and shout out to DEO. They know. That's acronyms. Made it appearing like they don't want you to realize how sick you are. Your lifespan going from you being able to live 10,000 to 20K years, and you struggling to live to 100, which we want to rebuke that in the name of God, Yahweh, Yeshua Christ, our close and compromise. That's horrible. However, that's why God said my people perish from a lack of knowledge. When you don't know, you don't know. You can't do anything. You can't ask questions. So they started coming up with these demonic systems. All right, let's make them unhappy, because if they don't know that light codes consist of this, and that, they won't know what to do. In fact, hey, if they don't know what codes are at all, shit, we ain't got nothing to worry about. If they don't know themselves, okay, let's make them forget themselves, and this is how we're gonna do it. Let's make them work so hard where they can't pour into themselves. They're constantly going through a state of loss. Let's make them you see, and they kept building these demonic systems. We kept reincarnating, going through veil of forgetfulness, and they using these implants to make people forget. And you keep going through cycle after cycle after cycle like that. I told God the other day, I was like, Dad, compared to how we supposed to be, it's like motherfuckers is a potato. Compared to how God created us to be and how we was. Well, we want to rebuke potato energy in the name of God, Yahweh, Yeshua, some cloak, and uncompromised. Listen, Linda, listen. I'm trying to tell you, right? We're people thinking they 30, 40, 50, that's old. You're a baby. You're a baby. That's still a baby. You're supposed 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 compared to being able to live to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000, 10, 20,000 years. That's a baby. They tricked us. They bamboozled us. They gaslit us. And that's how they was only able to get away with this thus far. All right. And then has the nerve to bully us when we trying to leave. That's bad management. That's bad management. It's almost like making it like, oh, what motherfucker say in that song? If you trying to leave, then it's RIP. And although I know he was expressing himself in that song, that's how the dark side be. Like they so filled with territory, and I'm not saying don't be territorial, but you what? Like, no. Anytime you want to leave a company, you should be able to leave a company with ease. They may ask you, okay, can you make sure you just close out the files, or make sure you clean out your desk, or whatever the case may be. I mean, that if you moving from one apartment to another, you gotta do that, right? I mean, that makes sense. But you sitting there trying to defame a person, you trying to make it hard for them to move on, right? You trying to, because you don't want them to leave your demonic system that you feel like you was able to get money, get fed, or get power off of. Somebody don't want you to leave a relationship. Somebody don't want you to leave a home. Somebody don't want you to leave a work environment. Somebody don't want you to leave whatever, a project, a business connection, or organization. Somebody or a group of people don't want you to leave, because they've been benefiting off of you here, okay? Because remember, they was able to reach a certain ranking, a certain status. They was able to have a certain home. They was able to receive healing energy that they wouldn't have been able to receive if you was not there. This is why I know your worth is so important. This is why getting into the Akashic Records and learning the true history is so important. I digress. I digress. Look at that. And ain't that the truth? Period. Okay? Ain't that the motherfucking truth? Shit. Let's get some final messages. But before we do, if you guys want to add a deck to your collection, we have a couple that is available for purchase here. It's called What They Got to Say. Okay, this is Soulmate Twin Flame Karmic Connection. Soulmate Twin Flame and Karmic Connections Oracle deck for platonic and romantic connections. All right, if you guys are interested, the link is in the description box to purchase. We also have another deck here created by us, Now on Spiritual Guidance. All right, call We Need to Talk. This is also a soulmate, twin flame, and karmic connection deck for platonic and romantic connections that will let you know what's going on in any situation, the workplace, home, love life, friendship. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind, per usual. And if you guys are looking for some healthy coping skills, we have some journals available created by us, Dawn Spiritual Guidance. All right. These are on Amazon. These are on Amazon, available for purchase if you guys are interested. And if you want to see some like more pictures when it comes to the deck, you can feel free to check out our social media sites. The links are in the description box. Okay. All right. Oh, and also please feel free and remember to cloak your energy while writing as much as you can, or like if you're writing, like put something, like take a card or something, you write, cover it. You write, cover it. Because what's happening now is that those that are negative, they don't have good intentions, they're remote viewing to see what they can steal. Okay, to feed their, the ones that need help, quote unquote, but that's not how you help, by stealing. So all right, so for those that you want, so for those that would like any journals or decks from us, the links are in the description box. Okay. But man, but yeah, bad management, this has all been bad management. It's given like, entities and how they've been working and shit like that. So some of y'all, just to wrap it up, some of y'all need to like do some spiritual canceling out of vows, promises, different agreements, rather made by you and or your ancestors. Okay. You need to, but also understand what the backlash that makes gonna come with that. Okay, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because the dark side they feel like you're taking food from them. All right, even though they don't play fair. They don't play fair at all. Bad management. Bad management. But also at the same time, again, we have to take accountability, because we have to take accountability for making a demonic contract to begin with anyway. So I'll just leave it there. I'll come back with more. Okay. For some of you guys, it's not just about a demonic contract, or sometimes it's just about karmic debt, and that just means you got to serve it out. Which I will say this, for those of you guys, if you're on the bad side of this, not only do you have some karmic debt to serve out, when it comes to finishing out, because you doing this, if you never heal, you got to finish serving out that karmic debt. You also gonna have to serve out this karmic debt that you did to whoever this is. If you was in this group that was attacking innocent people, if you was in this, if you was the one that lied and kept somebody from reaching their purpose because you stole what was supposed to go to them, you got to pay that back. So if you going through loss, if you going through tragedies, and you know that you was responsible for talking about people like shit, spreading rumors on them, lying on them, causing them to lose it all, cheating and shit like that, you're going through losses and hard times. You're going through this Ten of Sword energy because of the backstabbing and betrayal that you did and cause someone. All right. We have both sides here. All right. You have to pay back that karmic retribution. You have to pay that back, because that was the negative energy you gave out. So that's the energy you have to pay back in order for you to be able to reap positive benefits on your own without having to manipulate someone in order to get positive circumstances. You don't do that. And if somebody did that to you, I'm sorry that that happened, but that wasn't the way either. And I have to be told too sometimes that we really not supposed to fight fire with fire. And I know it's easier said than done. Nobody's perfect, but hopefully you can apply this knowledge as wisdom here. It's okay. Somebody's finally going to learn the lesson, hopefully. Spiritual law of attraction. So whatever you're manifesting, yeah, it's like they pissed off that what they was trying to do to you didn't work. So I wouldn't want this energy back in my life at all. Glad that it resonates. You emerge from hiding and strive for new heights. Reveal, inspire, rise. So you guys are rising like the phoenix from the ashes out of these dark night of the souls here. Okay, use ceremonies to help focus your intentions, magic practice, right? So all these rituals. So some of you guys, you've been doing like different clearings and rituals to help cleanse your energy. The Holy Spirit is saying it's working. Keep doing it. You need so you know how you go to a PCP or a psychiatrist, or maybe you may go to a herbalist and they say, hey, you need to take these herbs or take this prescription and you need to take it twice a day, daily for the next 30 to 60 days, right? For some of you guys, remember, energy healing is medicine too. It's just energy, but everything is energy, right? And so with that being said, so like if you're a Reiki practitioner and you do Reiki on yourself once a day, you need to do it 4 times a day. Because we're in a warfare that's in ending times. This won't be for the rest of your life. All right. And it's never before seen. This is the warfare that's never before seen, never before fought. Not with humans. I'm hearing not with humans involved. And not necessarily with humans involved. Not to the and this is a warfare that targets everything in your gifts as well. Oh, wow. That is something that they should have exposed to you so you would have been able to make a decisive decision. I am sorry to hear about the lies. I'm glad that the truth was exposed. And so just be mindful, guys, when it comes to using helpful energy healing methods to help negate this negative energy that's been trying to be casted onto you. Or for those, just know that there are those doing rituals to work against you, because this is how they have been living. This is how they've been able to feast and eat, okay, when it comes to a galactic level and when it comes to the physical realms. All realms, actually, is what I'm being guided to say. Even the realms that's been cloaked for a while. We have journey, embarking on a trip or a spiritual odyssey, venture, risk, quest. So you guys are rising up. You guys are, coming out of this dark night of the soul, if you haven't already. And it looks like you're going to be taking a trip. Okay. It's giving vacation. All right, 4-4. You must dream the future into being. Quest, create, sight. So you guys are coming off one journey, like a horrible journey. You're going on another. This one sounds like it's going to be more fun, right? You guys are going to have a little spark, a little passion, a little dance. You're going to shake a little song. Right? So, but also just be mindful of these negative energies. It's like you still going to have haters, right? So it's still like you're going to have like a protocol that you're implementing while you're navigating these fun times, because you're still going to have haters. All right. Oh, not fell on the floor, honey. Yeah, rattle, shake things up for new inspiration and energy, fresh, creative, awake. So you're definitely going to be able to do so. Remember, we were talking about this artistic expression, and it felt like some of you guys weren't able to really engage and nurture yourself the way that you wanted to here, right? It was given like, you guys have been trying to heal and work on yourselves for the most part, whatever side of the story that you're on here, but you were having some like resistance, and it was situations, it's been situations that's been out of your control here. Well, now that's coming to an end. If it hasn't already, you guys are going to be able to, have your happiness and fulfillment and actually engage in the passions that you have been wanting to, right? It's like a journey. It's like a journey, odyssey of fun, an odyssey of fun here. But again, you still going to have to navigate haters. Oh, thank you. Got to protect. And to be honest, the way that this energetic virus has been spreading, all readers are going to have to be using these until we get to the next phase. And that's just a start. All right. So that's what we got for you guys. You guys deserve this fun journey after this hard ass time here that people have been trying to give you just for you being yourself, right? And not just people, right? We're also mentioning this on a galactic level, because this has been going on for way too long, right? So this is definitely way bigger than us. But this is where it starts. All right. So thank you guys for your love and support here. It's truly, truly appreciated. And always remember, you make your own decisions. Peace out.